Hello guys, and thank you for tuning in. My name is Daniel from stockmusiclicensing.com. Today I want to show you how I start my compositions for stock music. I have spoken in previous videos that I usually start my compositions with a loop, and that means that I have like a very basic chord progression of either a piano, a guitar part, or a bass part or something, and I build upon that. That's how I build my stock music tracks, and today I have pre-recorded some loops. Okay, and some guitar parts that I actually they all work together as a whole, and they're slightly different ones from the others, and I actually try to put them together. And I have here made a very basic bed track of a piano part, and it will start like this with this very basic chord progression. Okay, so that's the very basic chord progression. That will be like the starting point of this composition, and I can always edit it later on, but this is how I start my track. I have imported here a loop that is a guitar part that I have pre-recorded it. So that will loop itself. So I have a little bit of a kick drum here going on, a bass and a piano. So all together so far will sound like this. So that will be enough for me to get an idea of what I'm working with. So I have some tracks ready here to import my loops. Let's see what loops can I import from here that it might sound good. Let's go for number 2. Let's see what the sound, without even doing a preview, because I've done this in advance for the purpose of this video. Let's see what this is here. Okay, so it's like a harmonics going on here. At this point as well, I try to start mixing and bringing volumes up or down depending on the elements and what I'm looking for here. So this is just to throw things on the wall and see what actually can work, what can actually be played together or not. Let's see what this sounds, this loop here. Oh, it's the same one. Sorry, my bad. So not this one. If you see that I'm actually working with Logic in a very slow, I've already imported number 2. Let's go for number 4 actually. If you see me working with Logic a little bit slow, it's because I'm still getting used to Logic and its functions. I'm a Pro Tools guy for years, and I'm still struggling with very basic commands, very basic ways of exporting, importing, you know. So let's see what this one sounds like, this loop. Okay, let's see how that all sounds together. That gives me a nice flavor to work with, a nice vibes going on. Like I said, not necessarily everything will make it till the end of the actual, let's see what number 8 is. I might end up not actually putting some loops in the final composition, but I just want to stick as much thing as possible, throw as many ideas as possible quickly and see what I can get. Okay. At this point, I start editing a little bit and maybe say I don't want that. I might just want the last part and see how it sounds. And if it's a bad idea, I redo it like that. if I'm not really sure, I start soloing at this point and see how it will all come together. Maybe I can start my track like this. And bring in elements in. Maybe I don't want this, maybe I just want the bass. Not necessarily the kick drum sound that I want at this point, but it's just as a reference. At this point, I start a very quick mix and soloing and see what elements I like the most and which ones I don't like. And let's see what number 10 is. This could be a distorted guitar, but judging by the waveform, a little bit more dirty. But this is the way I do my compositions, and then I can add elements as I go along. So let's see what this is. Let's export another one. Let's import another last one here. Have I exported number 8? Yes, I have done number 8. Let's do number 7. See what's number 7. So this is a quick way. Like I said, I'm a new user of Logic, and I noticed that Logic comes with a massive bank of loops. In my opinion, the quality of the loops are not very good. Especially, they're not very good. The sound quality, I'm not very happy with them. And I don't usually work with loops myself, or I will try to do my own loops, or I will try to get only high quality loops in terms of like, if it's gonna be maybe like an element here and there, if it's gonna be a little bit of maybe like a drum loop or something. But I usually program everything myself. And when working with guitar parts, I will usually, if I'm gonna do a loop, I'll do them myself as well. And I just start building my tracks from there. Let's see what this one is. So when I listen to this kind of loops, I start like, okay, maybe the track should start like this, maybe, you know? At this point, if you notice, when I insert the very first loop, it almost sounds like a little bit, okay, it doesn't go together. So that's why I throw everything there on the wall, see what sticks, see what doesn't stick, and see how can I build a foundation. And I have fellow composers who have told me that I should have actually get into Ableton Live, because it has this function of working with loops. And you know, I have used Live before, a light version, but I like to work like this, at least to start my compositions. I can get a quick idea of what I'm working with, you know. So these loops here, like I mentioned to you, they're all done and recorded by me. And this is the way I start my compositions, and I can just throw as much things as possible on the actual canvas, if you will, and then from there I start editing and start adding or subtracting. Usually it's a process of actually throwing a lot of things on the wall and then taking them away, and then obviously doing a little bit of EQ, doing a little bit of arrangement, a little bit of transitions going on as the elements come in and go. And if you like this kind of loops that you're listening to in this session, download these 10 loops that you have heard in this video for free, so you can create your own compositions. You can chop them up, you can just manipulate them, cut them up if you want to, or do whatever you want with them and use them in your composition. They're all royalty free. They're all been recorded by me. I have used Gibson Les Paul to record these guitar loops. I try to create them as clean as possible, unprocessed, with no effects whatsoever. Apart from a little bit of delay here and there, but it's as clean as possible so you can add and manipulate them yourself. And I will leave the link on the description if you want to download these loops. And I'm really curious to see what you come up with using my 10 royalty-free guitar loops. And it's just I just want to give you some of my own elements, the real elements that I use for recording, and see what you come up with. And hope these videos are helpful to you. As always, man, thanks a lot for subscribing and for sharing my videos, for all the love, for all the comments. Leave in the comment section what do you think of these loops, if this is something that you would like to see more of. And as always, man, hope these videos find you well. Thanks a lot again for all the love and support. And as always, rock and roll.